Alright, everybody. Um, so I decided to make this whole thing here. This is for now, this is the only image I have. Let me see. Club. Let me see if I can. Also a nice club. Um, I wanted some more images of it, but I don't know if there are more images from that. I see a couple, but that's not the same. I have another picture, but mm, alright, that's enough for now. This is just a corner, I guess. Alright. Okay, let's start. Now, I don't need the lower part. The upper part can go a little bit like so. Um, well, it doesn't matter for now, right? So if scale is bigger, like so, no, I don't want it. Um, um, what is the best way to create this? This and this is 90 degrees, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna split this into the half, and this one also, and then hit the knife tool and go from there to there. Crap, didn't want to do that. Why not? Well, okay, then not. I have my own way of doing things. If you don't want to listen, then we'll do it my way, and that's this. There we go. Okay, and then rotate this on the z-axis 45 degrees. No, it kind of sucks a little bit. Huh? Well, it is okay. Make it only a bit bigger, like so. The scale I don't have to look really at, because you know Second Life scaling is not a thing in Second Life. If you see the doors in Second Life, they are like 3 meters. They are huge. It's insane. People don't know the scale anymore, and therefore, if I make it the size it really is, then it's too small in Second Life. So it doesn't really matter that much. Um, Let me see if I copy this, and if I make it smaller, what's gonna happen? Yes, yes, yes. Uh, yeah, and now only this one. I want to go there. So now I can only do this and then that, and it doesn't fit. So they go put it in normal, and then you can say, okay, I want, but then it doesn't. What I think, no, this is good enough. But I'm not very keen about this. This is bigger than this, and I don't want that. Um, hmm. And there will be a third one as well. Scale it on the, not on the z-axis. Oh, I can make it better later on. For now it's okay. Okay, that's the lower part. Okay, on to those chairs. Those are a little bit easier. Oops. We're gonna make a sphere. Sphere is now 16 by 16. Uh, that's good for now. And I made it smooth. So the bottom part, let me make this a little bit bigger. Something like this. Yeah. Well, make it something like this. So the low part, what did I do? Yeah, that's what I want. This one global again. So I guess maybe those ones. Maybe more. Yeah. Or more. I don't know. Okay. What we can do here, I think, we hit O. Let me see. It's a very simple chair. But there's one thing I have to do, and that's the lower part. I have to scale it, the z-axis on 0, so it's straight. There we go. Now what you also want to have, there are shadows in Second Life. I can use them, but there are some people that play Second Life and they don't have turn on shadows because it lags a little bit for them. Most of the people play on a laptop or whatever, which is not a good uh, game machine, and of course it's gonna lag. So what I'm always gonna do, I'm gonna add another mesh on this one. So I select this one. I do a well, I could make a circle and fill it, but I just add cylinder, and then what I'm gonna do is gonna delete all those faces and those faces, and then I have circle again, hit Alt P, but as you see it's kinda high poly, so that's not good. Hold on. Cylinder, and then make it 16 by 16. 16 is more than enough for this. We're not going to see the edges anyway. And this is just possible, but you can Second Life do this automatically. It makes triangles of it. So we're going to place that right under here. And come on, let's scale it bigger. So that would be our shadow. So if I select this whole thing, oh, it's still separate. Oh, okay, that's no problem. I'm gonna UV map this first. No, not this one. Go into edit mode, select all the faces on that one, hit U to unwrap, and then unwrap. Leave it like it is, because for this mesh there are gonna be only a black round transparent shadow on it. That's basically it. It's somewhere around here, so the edges we won't see anyway. I even can make it more low poly, but why? It's okay like this. We have to UV map this one. Actually, we don't need the bottom part, but there are some clubs that has the ceiling transparent, so you can see through. That's why I leave that in here. We want to UV map this whole part now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split it right there, because this part is the inside and the other part is the outside, and I'm gonna split it right there, and I'm gonna split it at the back, this one. There we go. Except um, oh oh make a mess of it. Oh, and I don't need that one. This is what I want. And then you go to shading UVs and you're going to mark seams. Now select everything. Also make sure that you apply rotation and scale, and basically only that, I guess. Unwrap it. It looks like this. Kind of weird, right? But it's logical because this is the back. That's this. And this is the back. And this is higher. This is higher than this part. So that's why this is the front. So see it like you cut it and then you lay it out flat on the ground. That's basically this. So it doesn't matter that it looks like this. You can put a texture on in another program. It will just look good. So I'm gonna join them now. Hold on, not yet. I'm gonna put a material here. You have to keep everything in mind for Second Life. Also, where you're gonna put the textures on, how many textures, what you want to do with it, do you want to script it or not, everything. Shadow seed. That's the shadow. So for now, I'm gonna make it little gray. Why not? It doesn't matter what color you make it now, because in Second Life it grabs this color, but you can put the texture on it and don't use a color. The color is just you can just use as an example in this case. This one, it needs two colors, and like I said, one mesh, maximal 8 materials can on it. So I want to have here two textures on it, the top part, this part, and then the shadow part. So that's three textures, three materials, and that's possible. So let's do that. The best way to do this is, well, first assign a material. This is then the seed in, seed outside, and we're gonna make that like so, and then I'm gonna model a club. I'm gonna show you. This is just the corner of a club. I'm gonna model that, and then I'm gonna script the lamps in it and all that stuff, but the scripting is for later. I have to find a good way to do this because Second Life and limitations, of course. I'm not working in a uh, game engine at the moment. So I have to deal with some limitations on meshes. But I know all those limitations, so I can work with that. That's no problem. What I want to do now is just model it and see where I see what I can model. But I'm not really satisfied with this one at the moment. So let's deselect everything and select all those parts. No, not, no. Ah, I have to select this with the C, like so. Okay, now I selected all these parts, and I'm gonna give them a material as well. Assign it. So this material is assigned to the selected faces here, and do it as seed inside. The color doesn't matter for now. It's just a color. There we go. Let me make another light. We can also use environment lighting, but that's not necessary for now. When I modeled all of this, yeah, that's always a little question, because in Second Life there are people that using shadows, in-game shadows, and then this shadow, this prim, or actually this mesh, is not necessary. But many people don't use shadows in Second Life, and then this is needed. So it's always, I have to put the script in it, that people can turn on or off this shadow on the ground. Then that's possible. So, but that's not for in Blender now at the moment. The chair is, for now, it's okay. Well, I don't like it, but it's okay for now. Okay, so I put here two textures on it. I put one texture on the shadow prim, and I can join them with is it on? No, now you can see what I click. Control G, and now it's one prim. So if I select this one, it's the floor. But if I select this one, it's now one mesh. But it still has three colors on it. So you have the inside, the outside, and the shadow seed. So if I turn on crap, what I'm doing, the material, because you put materials on it, and you can put textures on materials, or actually um, you put textures in a UV space, and that UV space is assigned to a particular material. That's basically how it works. So we can have overlap UVs, that's no problem, even if it's one mesh, but you have to use different materials like these ones in order to use overlap UVs. If you don't have that, if you just have one material, then overlapping UVs is only possible when there's only color. And you see that with many 3D objects like cars that you can download from the net for free. Most of the time they are not UV mapped, and most of the time they don't have a color and whatnot and all that stuff. So let me see. I'm happy with this now. With the chair. Chair is okay. So let's put it. I don't know. Let's put it there. Okay, let's see. What's the next thing we're gonna make? Those two things are almost the same, huh? The bar and the top of the bar. Only the bar is almost the same size, and the ceiling part is a little bit bigger at the ceiling, and downstairs a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's basically a torus. Okay, let's make a torus. Shift A, Shift A. A mesh. Always work with meshes in this case, and I want to have a torus. This torus 12 segments. That's around, and it has 48 all around. That's way too much in this for now. So I'm gonna put this. Let's see, 24, 32. 32 is the most. Yeah. And we're gonna delete the inside. Let's smooth it. Gonna stack 3 above them, and we want to delete the inside because we don't need it. Let's delete this one as well, and let's delete no. Okay, delete only the faces. So if you do edges, you see it's a little bit weird. It has these things here. You don't want that. You want to delete the faces. There. That's what we want to have. I guess we can delete another one. There. Yeah, that's perfect. And now I'm gonna stack them. So what you can do is you can go into vertices select mode, and then you hold Alt and then right mouse click on a dot on a vertex, but you can also use edge mode and then do the same, hold Alt and then click on the edge. Because it's an edge loop, it select the whole edge. And we want to change the 3D cursor in the middle, but exactly at the height of this line. So we're gonna snap the cursor to the selected. There. So now it's right on top. Well, and then go into object mode. It's hitting tab, and then you want to say transform. I want the origin. The origin is the center of an object. We don't want it in the center right now. We want to have it where the 3D cursor is. Just that height. It doesn't matter if it's here, if it's there, or if it's there or there. We want just the height, so it doesn't matter where. In this case it's the middle, that's okay. So transform origin to 3D cursor, that's what we want. and then it goes up. So if we now rotate this object, it rotates around that that middle point, but that middle point is at top. Now what we can do is we can first UV map it. I think is that smart to do? Yes, that's smart to do, because now you have to think what I'm gonna do with this object in Second Life. Do I want to have it one color? Because if you look at here, it's one color, right? It's just blue. It has some ambient occlusion in between. We're gonna add it later, but for now it's only one color, right? And it doesn't have any text on it. We can put text on it. That's no problem. But do we want it? No. So what I can do is just UV map it now, because if you want to have some text here and some other text there and under there also another text, then you have to UV map it under each other. And well, you see, I'm gonna show you what I mean. So if I want to UV map it, we have to cut it. You can cut it here, you can cut it there. In this case, it doesn't matter where you cut it. It's just that. Uh, just cut it wherever you want. UV editing. So I have. This is also edge loop. These are edge loops, all edge loops. If you select it, that's very important. So I just hit Alt and my right mouse button and click on an edge and then mark scene. And if I deselect it, you see a red line, and that means that seam is marked. So the program knows if you want to unwrap it, where to cut it. And here it's gonna cut it. If I hit the U and unwrap it, there is it. So you see that it's cut it here, and it's cut it here, and it's that spot. That's exactly that. So all around it is just this thing here. So that's what we want. And then we're gonna make use of this center I had. So if I'm gonna duplicate this now, I can put it wherever I want. With if I click my left mouse button, it's gonna stand here. And if I push my left mouse button here, it's gonna stand here. But I don't want that. So I'm gonna right mouse click it, going back to its original position, but it's still in here. Because if I move this, there we have it. So that's what I want. And now let's go back into default mode, and I'm gonna turn on snap, or wait a minute, snap on the vertices, and I want to snap on the vertices of these ones. So you see it's now snapped on those vertices, and that's basically what we wanted. Now you see that it's a little bit small, isn't it? Let's see. It's not good yet. What I'm gonna do, it's a little bit too too curvy. So I'm gonna select this, but if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna act weird, right? We don't want that. Just select O. That's called proportional editing mode. Allows to transfer the distance fall off, and that's kind of cool. So if you're gonna scale it now, it scales this whole thing. You see what happens? That's what we want. But this is too much, of course. So what I'm gonna do, hit S from scale, and then just Just a little bit less. Something like that. Right. Okay. And maybe just no, it's okay. Now copy this one. Oh. And then hey, you don't want to do that? Hold on. There. And then copy it another time. Doesn't he wanted to do that? Why not? That's weird. There. So there we have the 3 rings. And well, I can do this also. Make another screen here, so we have 2 screens, and make this screen UV editor. So if you're going to select this ring, you see it's under there. This one the same, and this one also the same. So it doesn't matter which one you select; they're all the same here down. And that's what we want, but it's a small object, right? Um, let me see. Well, I can join them. So it's now one mesh. This whole thing. Let me put my that's the wrong one. My 3D cursor. I put it always on 0. I don't know why. Let me see. So if you scale this bigger now, of course it's gonna be very bad. I know. Okay, we have also a white part under there, but I'm not sure if that white part is the float. No, it's not the float part, huh? One second. My dog wanted to eat something, so I gave her some food. Oh, there's it. Well, the lower part we can always do. I see also there's a ring on the ground. Um, it depends on what you want. I can do that on the texture, but then you cannot do anything with it. It's just a texture. And if I make it a material, then you can do something with it. You understand? So what I can do is grab this, and basically we don't need those things here. We can make it lower poly as well. So let's do that right away. Auto merge editing, snap, and then no, it snaps it to the wrong one. Yes, snap that one to there. Snap this one to there, and yeah, and snap this one to there. So that's a lot low poly. That's as low as I can get. Well, I can even get it lower poly. I can even get it why does it snap? It doesn't snap on its own. Why? Oh, wait a minute. There. This is as low as I can get. Lower it is not possible. But that's not really needed for now, because you also have to keep in mind the level of detail. You know, in some games, when you zoom out of an object or you walk further, it changes shape, right? Like trees, it changes like a horrible dead looking tree or something like that. That means that it is it changes the level of detail. So, for example, if you have a high poly object, or well, not high poly, but let's say a higher poly than from a distance, um, then if you zoom out or if you go further away, then it changes shape. It still look like a tree, but you don't see that many leaves on it, you don't see that many branches on it and stuff like that. And that has to do with the level of detail. Now, in Second Life, you also have a level of detail. In this case, if we're gonna lower this, then this object, if you make it too low poly, and you're standing in a club and you look at this floor, it doesn't look like the floor I made. It just looks like a triangle shaped, silly, weird looking thing, and which we don't want. So therefore, I'm gonna let this be like this. So actually, what a Second Life is also doing, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's still a quad, right? It's still a triangle. I mean a rectangle or a quad. It means a quad has four sides. This in is triangle. And that's no problem. That's the topology of a 3D program uses. If you have 5 or 6 lines going through one, that's a little bit more of a problem. You have to think about that very carefully. I'm not very good at it, but I understand the principle, so I always get what I want. Um, or let's say I always um, achieve what I want to make. Let's say that. But that's always with yeah, you have to try and then see in Second Life, okay, oh, this is not good, and then so it's always a bit of trying and doing shit. But what I wanted to do with this, we can, well, what is better? I think it is better to to just put a circle on it, because if, well, you know what, let's try it. Let's try it. So I'm gonna delete those. Yeah, delete those faces, and let's hide this one for now, and let's hide this one for now. It's only hide it, so you see, so I hide it. So this is the bar, and this is the chair. We only have to make one chair. We don't have to make 3 or 4 chairs. Only have to make one, and we can copy it in Second Life, and then we can sell it. Okay, so what I want to do is now make a circle. So I'm gonna do this weird thing again. Make a cylinder for 16 by 16 or 16. Yeah, it's okay. And then delete all the other things. This one and this one. Oh, turn off snapping. We don't want that. Oh, see what I mean? If you're gonna scale it, it's scale from this point. You don't want that to geometry. That's what I want. Snap on vertices and a snap on this one, so it's aligned with the floor now. And then from top view, you want to go, I don't know, what's the middle. You know what I'm gonna do? If we're gonna say 10 minus 10, no, minus 8 minus 8, no, minus 7, yeah, and then also minus 7. Make it I don't know, no, hold on, G to move, Y and then 1, yeah, G, X and 1. Yeah, that's better. We can always make this bigger if you want. Okay, and then now grab this floor and this piece and then combine it so it's one piece now. And then in edit mode, and then this one and then we can connect everything together, but I think it's gonna be a pain. Let me see. Oops, do it like this. Keep in mind, Second Life will make triangles of it. If there are already triangles, he will leave it like this. Fill that. Oh crap. One, two, three, and four. No, four. Yes. One, two, three, and four. There. Yeah. And now grab this one and hit Alt P, because that's what Second Life's going to do, and it's better to learn. Now this is more poly, of course. So that's why I said I'm gonna put the prim on there. But it's also nice to have such a floor, because what you can do is say, okay, I have this floor now. I'm gonna add a texture, and I call it circle in floor. Assign that and give it I don't know, this color. And then the other ones, these ones, I'm gonna add another material, and I call it floor. Oh, floor, and assign it, and then give it a black color. There we go. Now you can say in Second Life, we're gonna put script in the floor, and every material is a selectable face in Second Life. So for example, in Second Life you can also build cubes on a circle, I mean a plane, a cube, a cylinder, a cone, a torus. You can also build that. So if you build a cube in Second Life, it will look like a cube, like this, exactly the same. And this cube has 6 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Scripting starts with 0, always. So 0 is one face, and 1 is one face, 2 is one face, 3, 4, and 5. So it goes from 0 to 5. So what we can do is say, we can say, okay, from the floor, maybe this blue will be phase 1, or it can be phase 2, or it can be phase 1. It depends. We can just select it and see what phase it is, so it's no problem. And then we can say in the script, ll set color, and then we can say color, or we can even do ll set primitive parameters. We can also let it glow, or make it transparent, or make it full bright, or make it another color, or whatever. We can do that. So it's kind of cool to have a floor like this, but we can also make a plate on it. We can make the plate phantom, and what that is going to do is you walk through it, so you don't walk on it. You actually walk on the floor, but because this is so close to the floor, you cannot see that you walk through it. So we can fake that also. So there are many ways to do something. This is a little bit more high poly than just a plate on it, but things getting more high poly in Second Life than 10 years ago. So I'm just going for this then. That is if I have enough materials on the mesh. I'm gonna keep it like this. We can always delete it if we want. I'm going to switch over to cycle render. Cycle render, I'm not know the exact difference between Blender render and cycle render, but cycle render is using nudes, which is very cool. For example, I have this prim, this object now selected. It has two materials on it. It has the floor material and the circle in floor material. Let's call it circle floor. Yeah. And in here, or basically, where was it? It was in here, right? I'm sure it was in here. Where's the use nudes? No use nude? What the fuck is this? Yeah, I can use nudes, but where's the option here? Maybe it was here? No. Hey, where's my use nudes option? Hey. Hey. Hold on. That's weird. Do I do something wrong? Probably. Why I don't see the notes in my note edit? Oh, there we are. Here, now it says use note. I don't know why. Okay, so this is the color of this one, and if we select this one, there, see, now use note. That's what I want. So we have two materials on it. Circle floor, this blue one, and the floor, that's the black one. Now, we can add nudes between it. So, for example, we want, this is just a diffuse, it has no specular, it has no shininess or whatever, it has nothing. Where's shader? What I'm gonna do is add a glossy one, and I'm gonna delete the diffuse one because we want to have a glossy one. Um, why is it still white? Oh, of course, I have to go into material then. There it is. Now you don't see anything, but if I don't want this one here. Yeah. If I'm gonna make this another screen, so this is going to be the render view. And we're gonna see it from here. We don't see anything on it yet. I don't know why. It's red now. Why is it red? um, Something weird is going on. Okay, let's take the blue one now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I select this one. Why is it red? It's kind of weird. Never had that. There it is. I don't know what happened. So, no, not the eye. Yeah, there. So we have now a little specular on it. It's not the best. There are PBR materials you can download from the net. That's much better, which I wanted to do also. And let's make it black, because that's the color we wanted. But black doesn't do anything, right? But this is shiny. Black is never shiny. But these are also the default lamps. That's not very good. But you can see, I'm not going to use those lamps, so it's not really a real problem. But if you go to this one, I'm going to delete that as well and give it also a glossy one. and just copy those numbers and paste them in here. Crap. Just need to copy it. There we go. Alright. This one. Also gonna use nodes. Where is it? We must add texture, of course. So we can add same node if I think. Copy this one. Paste it in here. No, not the blue one. This one. Ctrl C and Ctrl V and connect this one. There we have it. And for this one, I'm gonna do the same. Ctrl V and connect it. There we go. Alright. Oh crap, of course. No. I have to add a new material. Alright. And then add a texture node. Image texture. And we're gonna load in this texture. We don't have to even do this. Yeah. You see, this is for the render. So put texture here and it shows up here, which I think it's kind of weird, but it's the way it is. But on here you see nothing, right? You see only a little bit of bluish here from this one. But if I connect it, then bam, it shows up. So it's also good to know. Let's see. Shame I cannot see it that good, huh? You know what? Let's make a bar chair. I'm gonna make everything, but I'm gonna change many things after it, so it fits nicely. I'm not gonna work on one thing and finish that because there's always a lot to change about it, so that's why I don't do that. The chairs, for example, I don't like. Yeah, I like these ones, but the ones I made, it's not very nice. So I have to remake those. But those chairs I want to make. So basically they have only a leg goes a little bit up. So hit mesh and add cylinder. The cylinder is, let me see, 16. No, yeah, that's okay. Hmm, you can always delete some later if you want. We don't need this part. And then with O selected, scale it. Looks ridiculous, yeah. I'm gonna do it manually. I don't have the feeling it's straight. It is straight. Yeah, it is straight. Okay, from these ones I don't need. Dissolve edges, or is it limit dissolve? Uh, Dissolve edges. Yeah, that's the one. Don't need this one. From here, I'm going to extrude this, and then hit the right mouse button, and then scale it just a little bit, and then extrude it again, right mouse button, and then go upwards. So it has a little bit, it's going a little bit outwards. See? Again, do this a little bit like so if you want. That's a little bit more touch to it. And then basically yeah. Later we can also make it the sizes are good and stuff like that. Let me see, because we don't have picture from the side, huh? How are we gonna do that? I can do like this, and then we can grab this one, snap it to there, grab those and snap it to there, and grab those and snap it to there, and grab those and snap it to there. Okay, that's better. It's not really what I wanted, but and then extrude it again. Then we go down. Oh, yeah. Can we fill it? Yeah, and Alt P, yeah. But we can now not make um, X loops in it, which sucks. So we have to model this by hand now. Um, okay, and do I have proportional snap? Snap, yeah, and snap. Later on we can let's see, this one is there. I think I need another one in there. Yeah, okay. Now we can fill it up. this one, this one, this one. Filling it, you select those and just hit the F key for your keyboard, and then you're gonna fill it. I need also a knife tool for here, but we'll see about that. There. Hit O from proportional editing, and you can make a little dent in it like so. It looks kind of silly. Huh? Okay, so what we can do now, wire and draw all axes, so we can see, even if we don't select it, you can see all the wireframe. Wireframe was shaded in some programs, is it called? You see now there's nothing on there. If you do wire, you don't see everything, but to draw all edges and wire, then you see everything. So that's what I wanted. And then I'm gonna go to sculpt mode. Then you can sculpt on it, and I want auto smooth turn on, or I don't know that much. And oh, wait a minute. Symmetry lock turn off. Hold shift. Okay. Hit the O again, because we don't want proportional editing for everything. Maybe just a little bit more inward with proportional editing, so you don't fall out of it if you sit on it. And we can, without proportional editing, we can scale this on the y-axis a little bit in the middle, like so. There, that looks kind of nice, huh? Okay, so I have another ring here, and this one, oh, ring with proportional editing, and another one. Kind of a weird chair, huh? Okay, first of all, this thing is way too big, and these things, oh crap. Alright, There, that looks better. So, how many colors has the thing? 1 and 2. Alright. So, I'm gonna add 2 materials on it. One is the color, and the other is the chrome. But for chrome, we have to add a environmental texture because we need the reflection to make chrome. Without reflection, you don't have chrome. So we have to bake that in a separate program. We can do that in here, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So select all those faces here until there. Then also, hey, what did I do? Also those faces. Um, Assign, and then all those faces, Chrome, assign. So if we're gonna make this one red, then it's red, but it's a little bit weird red, darker red, right? Like so, yeah, in Chrome I cannot make now, but we can add a glossy one. For now, it's okay. I have to sculpt this a little bit so it gets a little bit more shape. The best way to do that is cut it in half, so you have only half of it. Then you can mirror it with a mirror modifier, and if you change the left side, the right side is also going to change. So with a stool like this, it's symmetrical. You can do that, and probably I'm gonna do that because I don't want to edit two sides. I just want to edit one side and then make it how I want. But you can, you can also use symmetry selection, but sometimes it's not gonna work. So I'm not a real fan of that. Probably also there's some option or some settings or maybe with the script that people can get it right. I'm not sure, but this is how I do it. And let's see. What kind of parts is it? Just round parts? If it's just a round part, then it's simple. So I'm gonna snap my cursor to select it. Yeah, perfect. And I'm gonna add a doors again, but this time I don't want to use 13, I want to use 16 around. Yeah, and then 8 around. Yeah, and then yeah, and oh yeah, I don't know how they look. No, I cannot make it. I don't like this. I'm gonna join that. And assign a chrome color. So if we're going to material, it has the same texture or the same color as the white one. If you change this white color, see it's gonna change also. It's not perfect now, but it's okay. Um, we're gonna get big trouble with these things here. I have to find a good way for that, because first it's gonna take a lot of prims, a lot of um, well, the higher poly your object is, the more prims it will count in Second Life. So you always have to keep that in mind. If I'm gonna do it like you can see on the picture, like here, so if we're gonna real make high poly meshes, it's not very good, because then it's too high frames and people won't use it. Um, can I fake it somehow? Hmm, let me see. This is a seed, right? This black thing here, it's a seed. It's a very weird seed also. Uh, that's not hard to make actually. Um, if you're going to add a cylinder again, and this time I'm gonna use 8 around, and that's it, because we don't need so many volleys all around. There. Mine, excusez-moi. Yeah, now this part is one and this part is one, but I'm not very excited about this. That's better. Okay, join those parts together. Now it's one. This whole thing is one, and it's not that high poly. See, it's okay. And now we can give this a color. Don't go for that one. We're going for the glossy one. I don't like this. Okay, doesn't look that bad. I hate that. Let me see. Oh yeah, Control A, Mesh Cube. Okay, it's just one texture. I think I'm gonna use refraction. Or yeah, a glass kind of shader. But it's gonna be very glossy. I don't want that. And can we put some emissive on it? I don't think so, but let's try. Crap. Oh shit. Okay, add the mix shader. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you, mix shader? From here, huh? Yeah. This one goes there. This goes on there. This one goes in there. We can make it a little bit bluish. Let me try the refraction one. No. Oh. And actually, I want it a little bit transparent. Um, hmm. What is translucent? Maybe that's what I mean. No. Yeah, there we go. Let's add another mix shader. And add a where was it? Where was it? Emission. Okay. What are you gonna do? Gonna add a solid. No, not solid. This one, and it really sucks if you look at it now. But what I'm gonna do? Oops. Line in the middle, line in the middle, line in the middle. It's a little bit better. Apply. Oh god, we don't need this one. We need no, we didn't. Oh wait, what we can do? I don't like that. Dissolve edges. We don't need that many edges, man. That's all we need. More we don't need. There. And even you can make it a little bit transparent in Second Life. This transparency will not go on there, but we can put a lamp in it, and it will just a little bit glow, just a little bit. So that you can do that, let's UV map this part. Okay, so let's see, what do we want? We cannot. I see what I want. I see what I want. I want this one, and this one. Yeah. No. This one and this one. Mark seams, and also apply location, apply rotation to scale, unwrap. Oh, that's bad. Hold on. Hey, what's wrong? There's something still connected here. Oh, there it is. See, I forgot that thing. Unwrap again. There we go. Full parts around, up part and a lower part. This is the stool or the table. A very simple table. So now we can copy that. You really want to go all the way there? Hold on. Transform origin to geometry. What's happening here? Oh, I see already what's happening here. You have to be very careful what you do sometimes. Delete this face, yeah, and then, oh god, oh I know, I see it already. This one, and this one. Close that part, and then this one, this one, this one. Close that part. And then now texture is good, of course, but you can fix that by grabbing this face and then say assign that. There we go. So far so good. I'm gonna save this now here. No. Make a new folder. That's the club corner part. Club corner part. Dot blend. Yep. Save it. So we're gonna go on next time with this, and then we're gonna make chairs a little bit better, because chairs I'm not very a fan of those at the moment. Um, Now we can add some ambient occlusion here. Watch. Don't. Let's see if you can see it in between, huh? In between here. Doesn't it do it? What the fuck? Doesn't even do anything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do I have to add it in here? Ambient occlusion? No, right? Saw something here. Ambient occlusion. Oh, come on. Um, doesn't that work? That's kind of weird. Um, uh-huh. Nice. It doesn't do a very, very good job. Because of the cycle render. Jesus, now I don't see anything anymore. I don't get it why the ambient occlusion has so little options. Wait a second. Doesn't do anything. It doesn't do shit. Why it doesn't do anything? Backface culling also doesn't work. I think I have to stop for now. I'm busy almost 3 hours. Um, I will find this out why it doesn't work, and next time we're gonna go on with this club thing, whatever, and we're gonna see where we're gonna end then. So thanks everybody, and see you next time. Yo, gonna save it before I lost it. Yo, till next time.